All right, welcome in everybody. It is right by 1:45 on the East Coast, not too far away from kickoff. So mute whatever you're watching because whatever those analysts on the TV are saying, you ain't going to get anything better than what you're going to get right here on Sunday Morning Quarterbacks, powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. As you already know, if you want to get in there, get in there. If you ain't, shame on you. Uh, as usual, the show is on the Daily Bread Media YouTube channel, so make sure to be checking that out. We got one more Sunday morning quarterbacks editions. I guess will be left in the season. Will Chuck be back? Sam, he's kind of switched teams, but you already know. It's all good in that aspect. And then Sosa, unfortunately, he'll have to be here for the Super Bowl. But will one of our reoccurring guests be back as usual? Spin Docs in here as well. Make sure to give the show a like and retweet on as Sunday Morning QBs on Twitter, and give the show a like as well on YouTube. Sam, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to stay out of the clutches of the Kansas City fans out here in St. Joe, Missouri, about 40 minutes outside of Kansas City. So we'll see how it goes today.
Chuck, I know you're feeling great. This is four in a row after not one for a while. Big Red, this is what he does to you. He got to, what, five in a row in Philly or four in a row in Philly? So just what he does. How you feeling? Still love him?
Yeah, the only coach in NFL history to do that, by the way, with two different franchises. But yeah, I'm feeling great, man. Just trying to bring this back to Kansas City, man. That's all. You know,
Love to see that. Spin Doc, I know you have mixed feelings, and we're not going to talk about that until later, but you've been on spaces for college hoops, paid for play yesterday. How you doing on this Sunday?
Doing good, doing good. I've recovered from not being able to talk about my team this weekend. So yeah, ready to get at it.
And then Sosa. People
What's
are
good,
already
man?
saying you're going to become unbearable if the Niners win. I mean, I guess they don't really follow you
Become?
on Twitter that much already to begin with.
Become. I've been there, bro. What do you mean? Like that's unbearable is my middle name. That's
How
just
you
it's just
doing, my
nothing
man, on
new. Are
this
you kidding me?
lovely Sunday? I saw you got some brunch action going.
Yeah, man. Went to a little Mexican spot not too far away. Nice little Sunday. Nice little start to the festivities.
Hey, when we get to it, I just have to. I'm going to set a line for the over under of the length of the spaces that Sosa is going to run if the Niners win about and just shit talking everybody. So I got a line for that, but we'll get to that.
Let's go.
All right.
That's you can guess it.
Twitter. We got both of the links out. If you're over there, make sure if you're watching us on Twitter, we'll shout out your comments if we can. But the best way is to be over on the YouTube channel. DFS questions, we still got you covered there. So we dropping them in the chat. Player props, spreads, totals, everything and everything. Drop them in the chat. Tell us we suck, whatever the hell you want to do. It's why we got the best chat out there on the airwaves. But let's get into our first game of the day. And you already know since Sam switched, and we got Chuck here. Chuck, last time you wanted to go second. I'm guessing you want to go second as well. So, Sam, Joe's your king. How about the rest of the team? So you can't just say Bengals because of Joe, right?
I mean, what other reason is there to believe in the Bengals besides Joe? I mean, so Chuck's been saying all week on Twitter, like all he does is just repeat, repeat, repeat. The Bengals are going to die. Bengals are going to die. I mean, he comes with, like, they played this game a month ago. You all lost. You keep saying, like, the Chiefs are going to get it going. All your arguments are all based on hypothetical situations that haven't happened. Jamar Chase is going to go for probably 200 plus again because your secondary is trash. Joe Burrow is going to put up the points. He's going to put up the yards. He's got the same look he had in the national championship game, every round of every big game he's ever played. I mean, Joe Burrow is the best big game quarterback I've seen for like my teams in general. So like, he's not the best one of my lifetime, but he's getting there. and the dude just doesn't lose games that he needs to win. So I mean, I don't know why I can't say that it's because of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has given me no reason to doubt him ever, and so now I don't know why I would not keep riding with that.
Oh, is he done?
That's why I
Is he
brought
done?
in Sam for this one. I knew I couldn't give that type of Joe Burrow passion to speak there. I mean, to talk about it more, we'll let it. But Chuck, you need to reply to that because I saw you're sleeping.
All right, man. Bengals fans, man, they've been hilarious all week long. You know, with this the short man Napoleon complex confidence. You know what I mean? I know it's been a long time. It's been a while since 1988. I wasn't born yet. Still, that was like a few months before then. But at the end of the day, man, like you guys gonna know who the real killer is. Like Joe Burrow, he's had a great year. You know what I mean? Like he's took the lead by storm. You know, surprised people. Bengals, they were pretty much picked last to win the AFC North. Shut the critics up in doing that. But at the end of the day, man, you're not going against Derek Carr. You're not going up against Ryan Tannehill. You're going against the one. You're going against the
The one that they beat last week, or literally this month.
What does last month have to do with today, though?
It was this month, Chuck. It was this month.
I mean, what does week 17 have to do with today? What does week 17 have to do with today?
Jamar Chase had more yards than your one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you going to stop us? Are you going to hold us 3 points in the second half again? Is Jamar Chase going for over 250 again today?
It already happened this month. So why would it not? Why is there no reason to believe that it would happen again?
Bro, do you know which territory you about to go into? About to go into the toughest environment in the NFL. All this Joe Burrow playing in college.
Oh my God, dude!
That's not going to apply today, dude. Like, let's
Chuck, you can throw out your like, oh, the Guinness Book of World Records, like, oh, it's the loudest stadium ever, dude. It's Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase played in the SEC. They played in way tougher environments than anything they're going into today.
Listen, do you know what we did to Stephon Diggs last week?
It doesn't matter.
Jamar Chase is about to get that same treatment today. I'm not saying he's going to get only 7 yards, but
okay, so then T. Higgins goes for 204 touchdowns.
Hey, he better, but y'all got to stop Tyreek and Travis on the other side.
Well, they already did it.
Stop our backfield.
They already did it
again, though. Are you going to do it again in Arrowhead?
How do you know that they can't do it again, Chuck? We've already seen them do it.
Dude, this is a much healthier Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill this time. Y'all not gonna do that again. I'm sorry. Y'all offense don't travel for one. So y'all offense is like 11 points lower than at the crib. What makes you think y'all about to come to Arrowhead and do the same thing, bro?
We've already seen them do it once.
Fam, your quarterback
450 yards, 250 yards. Like, we've already seen it once, Chuck. What makes you think that you're going to be able to do it this time?
Dog,
we haven't seen that happen.
Punishment. Y'all quarterback been taking punishment all playoff long, dude. Is he really about to survive again today and come with the victory?
That's a worse defensive line.
I doubt it. What? Boy, stop.
Yes.
Boy, stop. Come on, dog. We right there with the Titans as far as defensive line. We better than the Raiders, dog. You see how we smacked them twice this year? Like, come on, man. Chris Jones had 2 sacks against them last time. And then you got to deal with playoff Frank Clark. You got to deal with Melvin Ingram, Jaron Reed. And hell, that last matchup, we should have had 7 sacks, but we let Joe Burrow off the hook twice. I think we're going to get 7 today. What you going to do then?
He's going to throw for 350 yards like he did last week, and he's going to find a way to win the game.
In garbage time, when we up by like 3 touchdowns?
He's going to find a way to win the game like he did last week.
We're going to see about that, but y'all got to stop us this time, but I don't think y'all can, man. It's different.
Right. That was
Patrick Mahomes is different.
It's all hypothetical with Chucky, man. I mean, it's all hypothetical. He's just thinking. I know what happened last time.
Yeah, so you can't live off of that. You can't live off of last time. It's a new season.
We've seen it happen.
We're built for this moment. Come on, man.
That was some good because you know me. I got to be rocking with Sam, but my biggest fear factor in this one is the last point that Chuck brought up about that defensive line and how much pressure can Joe B actually take. Because it could, worst comes to worst, it could just take one. And that could just be the game's over right then and there. I doubt that happens in this one, but the constant pressure and you're not going to be at home. You're not playing against the Titans, which the two quarterbacks they faced previously is tough there. But my biggest factor in this one is, do I think the Bengals win this one outright? No, because we're going to get talking about betting now rather than matchups, because I think I got to be on this +7 solely based on the fact that I like to fade the team that had the comeback or the crazy play in order to make it there, a la the Vikings in 2018. That's kind of just where you had the big moment, you're riding that high, and then it kind of is a small little letdown spot. This is where I don't think they're going to lose outright. I still think the Chiefs get the dub here, but I think I'm going to be locking in that +7 because I can't go against a touchdown. Spin, what do you like here?
Yeah, in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, I bet against the Bengals. I bet on with the spread. I bet on both the Raiders and the Titans, and I lost them both. So no more. This is a Bengal spot to cover for me. As far as who wins the game, I believe that there's a better chance than people think for the Bengals to win this outright. If you force me to put my money on something, and basically, if you said you got even money on either team, I would take Kansas City. I think that overall, top to bottom, they are the better team. Revenge games typically favor the loser of the first one and typically favor the home team, of which Kansas City is both. So, but if you're asking me who's going to cover this one, I personally, there is no chance in hell that I'm going to bet against Joe Burrow to not cover 7.5 or even cover 7 at this point in time right now. Just real quick, before we kick it over to Sosa, a couple, you guys are talking about the lines. So ranking wise, metrically, this is just metrically, Kansas City's defensive line is 27th, Cleveland's offensive line 15th. The big thing here that I don't know if the Bengals will commit to this just because Burrow's playing so well, but the Chiefs ranked 29th in open field yards, average open field yards allowed, second level yards. So meaning like you get through the first line of defense. So if you're Cincinnati, do you want to control the clock a little bit more and give Mixon a few more carries early? Now, the drawback to that is that Burrow is just playing so well right now that I'm not really sure that you can. Kansas City 31st 26th in adjusted sack rate. However, over the last month, they've actually been top 12. So the question is, do you go against the season stats or do you go against what they have been? I would trend more towards recency. So if I'm Cincinnati, I probably commit to the ground game a little more just because of all year that second level yards rank, KC has ranked 25th or worse. So I think if Cincinnati does that, I think they cover this 7.5 very easily. I think if they try to make Burrow drop back and play off how hot he is and try to just have him sling it around very early, honestly, then I could see that being in for a long day because Chuck, I'll give your boys this. Their defensive line has been like night and day better at putting pressure on the quarterback in the last month and a half. So
seems like Sam got scared and bounced.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's back, unfortunately.
He's back. Sam don't no smoke.
I'm in a car, so I'm trying to deal with technical issues right now.
I mean, did you hear that, Rex? I said Sam don't smoke. He don't duck smoke like some other AFC North rival who should not be named. But you know.
All right, Chuck. Who do you like to pop for your team today? You talked about a healthier Tyreek, a healthier Kelsey. If you're looking at player props on the Chiefs, who are you targeting here?
All right, so last week I gave out the Travis Kelsey 103 receiving yards. It fell just short. You know, the streak ended for his consecutive 100 receiving yard streak. But I think it goes back. I think we go right back to it today, man. I'm going to go 90 plus receiving yards at plus 100. Now, listen, the last matchup, the Bengals, they did do a good job of neutralizing Kelsey. But you got to remember, Kelsey was a yard short from having 2 touchdowns in that game. So, like, did they really neutralize him like that? I don't know. You can debate that. But today, man, I just feel like the Bengals linebackers, they eventually gonna break. You know what I mean? We heard last week about Matt Milano. Like every time we go up against the Bills, we got to talk about Matt Milano being this great coverage linebacker, but we torch that dude every time. And I feel like Logan Wilson is going to be in for a long day, as good as he's played. So Travis Kelce, 90 plus receiving yards.
I was the one guy who stood up for Milano on the last one, but that touchdown to win it, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just Kelce and Pat just being different level good. But yeah, he burned them a few times. He did get cooked there.
So yeah, that'll be the one. That's gonna be the guy that's gonna pop today. But Tyreek's not a bad look either.
Sam, who you like player props, anything like that, or what are your bets for today?
Over Joe Burrow passing yards. I do think, I don't know if Jamar's going to go for as much as he went for last time, strictly because, I mean, you probably have PTSD after giving up a performance like that, and he's probably going to get the Stephon Diggs treatment, but he'll still find a way to get some yards. I think he was in the 90s range whenever I bet it. I haven't been monitoring bets as much because
Chase is at 88.5.
88.5. All right. I mean, you saw last week, like even if he has some short screens or some short yardage plays, he has the ability to take it the distance. We saw that numerous times against the Chiefs last time. So I take both those overs. And even if you do get, I think T. Higgins has a good game as well, just strictly based off of kind of how the Chiefs treated Diggs last week, and I'm sure Chase will probably get the same treatment. I like Bengals spread. I have Bengals money line. I mean, those are my bets. I like the over as well. I think it's going to be back and forth. Whoever has the ball last wins. And I think it'll be a good game. Hopefully it's a fun one.
Chuck, you got any plays on the spread in total other than the props you gave out?
All right, so here's a few things. The home team in this matchup is 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. The under's been hitting on this matchup too. It's 7-3 in the last 10 meetings overall. It's 4-1 in the last 5 meetings here in Kansas City. So everything does trend to the under here. I did say on Twitter earlier that the Chiefs in their past 3 AFC Championship games they scored 31 points, 35 points, 38 points, and I said we're gonna put.
Are you talking about the Bengals Chiefs matchup, the last 10?
No, I'm talking about the AFC Championship game.
Okay, I was about to say those numbers, like Joe Burrow or nobody was on that team, so I don't know why those are useless stats.
I need whatever Sam drank this morning, man. He's ready.
I am fucking feisty. I'm in enemy territory. I am ready to go. I wore all black for Chuck's funeral. I mean, like, we're ready.
Man, them other Bengals fans got you a bit too hyped up, dog. But anyway, I think the Chiefs may stay in the 30s in the point total again. I did say I smell a 40 burger, but I don't know. This may go under just barely. So, what's it right now? It's at 54.5. So, yeah, the under, it's going to be close, but I think it's a smidge under. And, I can maybe see the Chiefs winning like, let's say 34-20, something like that.
Just you're not holding Joe Burrow.
Or 31-20. But I was about to say, but as far as like against the spread, the Chiefs, like, man, dog, -7, man. Don't be scared. You like Sosa said, if you're scared, go to church. Chiefs -7. We win this game by double digits. You'll see us in the bowl again. So.
Hey, this is not about this game. Just for 2 seconds, Josh McDaniels, next Raiders head coach, just got announced.
Oh wow,
it's good. Wow. Good move for him.
Breaking news. So anyways, back to the game.
So we get to see him again in the AFC West.
Spin, what are your official plays for this game as we're wrapping this one up and getting into?
Yep. So I've been doing this I've been doing this in most playoff games, and it's been profitable. I would say I would go a 2-bet parlay. Both quarterbacks to throw an interception. Mahomes at +105, Burrow at -145. So I'll go with that. I will also go with Joe Mixon over 15.5 rushing attempts. I believe that if you're prepping for this game and you're prepping to try to win, you want to control the clock early. So I think Mixon gets an ample number of carries. It's really hard for me to bet against anything with Jamar Chase right now. So I like his props. And in honor, who I saw in the chat, in honor of Bullpen Bets, got a mini helicopter play courtesy of my son. I told him he can come on here and give it live himself, but he didn't want to. So
Is he 18?
he's shy. Yeah, he's shy. So he said Tyler Boyd, first touchdown plus 1,800. So that is courtesy of Spin Doc Jr. So Tyler Boyd, first touchdown plus 1,800. That is not an official play from me. That is an official play from my son, who is a freshman. So take that for what it's worth.
So
I'll say this.
You've been quiet. Oh, go ahead, Chuck. Sorry.
Go ahead, Chuck.
My bad. I'll say this about Tyler Boyd. I do like his receiving yards prop. Was at 43 plus and minus 114. I with all the attention that Chase is going to get, that's going to open up some opportunities for Tyler Boyd. So I think Tyler Boyd can hit that.
So you've been quiet the entire time.
Yeah, man, just listening. I'm here to learn and listen, and then hopefully crush some dreams. Listen, I love Joe Burrow. I've bet against him twice in these playoffs. He's made me look like a complete fool twice.
Same.
I do believe that he is special, and he does possess a leadership quality that's different from a lot of guys that you see enter the league. I mean, he's a 25-year-old second-year player coming off a crazy knee injury. I mean, amazing, just amazing kid. And, I personally, I don't like betting against him. I saw him get sacked, 9 times last week and pull out a W, which is amazing. That's, again, amazing. Like he just got in the phone booth and was like, I'm good. I think that playing the game at Arrowhead makes a huge difference. I don't think it will be particularly close. I know everyone thinks that the Bengals are going to cover, but I think that by the end of this, the Chiefs will be up by more than 14 points. I do not believe it's as close a game as people think. I think if I was betting on a defense to get one off the field, it'd be on Kansas City's, not on the Bengals. That second half of the first game was a bit of an anomaly. And then again, like, who gives a fuck about that game, right? Like, it holds no bearing in today's game. There's a bunch of players who didn't play in that game that are playing today. There's a bunch of players that have ascended and gotten better since then. So there's no use in trying to, the last one doesn't matter. What I see is a team that came off an emotional victory, but they're playing at home. And that's the thing with me, the Kansas City. They've been there before. The standard is the Super Bowl, right? This Bengals team has not scored a bunch of points. One game they scored, the one touchdown they got was, everybody thought the play was dead. I mean, I have not been super impressed by this offense. Now, people are keen to say that, Kansas City's defense has given up a lot. Josh Allen had a hell of a game last week. He played amazing, played off the wall. I look at me. I don't like him.
How dirty do you feel saying that?
It is what it is, man. It's part of the job. You got to acknowledge your foes sometimes. It is what it is. But just for me in this particular matchup, I like Kansas City. I don't care about the head-to-heads or history or whatever. That game, the first time, was decided by the Zebras, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I do not think the players decided that game. And people can say whatever they want. That's my opinion. End of the day, I think Patrick Mahomes handles business today. I do believe also Travis Kelce has a good game. I would also parlay the 2 stars to score, Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Why? Because Andy Reid, this is what he does. He knows who got him there. Who got him there? Exactly. They're going to get the targets. He's going to game plan for them, and he's going to go out on his horses. I believe personally that the Kansas City Chiefs win this game easy. The real entertainment will come around 6:30. You know what I mean? Like, the first game not going to be as entertaining, unless you're a Chiefs fan. That's how I feel.
Well, Chuck,
the stars will shine today. And can I get this off real quick before we go to the next game? I want to address these Bengals fans real quick. Listen, you guys kill me, man, with your little insecurity and there's nobody respects us crap. Last time I checked, before we played y'all week 17, y'all was getting all kinds of media love. And in the end, to me, they got their last laugh. It worked out for them, luckily. You know what I mean? But At the end of the day, man, I don't know why y'all coming here with all this crazy false confidence, knowing damn well y'all about to get smoked today, man. Y'all niggas are about to be dead. Y'all niggas gonna die today.
Kansas
Believe
City
that.
barbecue.
Well, Chuck, I remember the
Barbecue
last
Bengal.
number
Let's
one.
go.
I gotta have your back on this one. The last time these two teams played, Sam was talking a bunch of shit. He was wearing Colts gear. Let's just keep it there. 2, I said the passing of the torch was happening jokingly. Today it can actually, I guess, figuratively happen. 3, salty as hell because Andy went 1 for 5 in NFC championship games to go to the Super Bowl, and he's about to be 3 for 4 in Kansas City, but I'm taking the Bengals +7, but I do think the Chiefs win. I think it's a one-score game. If they win by 10, I eat the ticket, but I do think Chiefs win by under a touchdown.
Fear the motherfucking Reaper.
Oh, that was
Indeed.
awesome.
All right.
So make sure to check out Kingdom Cast. And who wins the next one, Chuck, before you get out of here?
No, he's chilling for the whole John.
Oh, he's going to chill for the next one, too?
I said, yeah.
We
I
gonna
gotta
keep.
be around for Sosa. You know, Sosa got some shit to talk.
We gonna keep Chuck around. I want to hear
All
Chuck's
right,
thoughts
we're
on
keeping
this.
him around, but
Shout out Kingdom Cast. Make sure y'all lock in with my boy.
making
Appreciate
his
that.
long-awaited appearance for a second time. You know we got to get
Back?
some Rams hype in here to
Oh, he
offset
pulled up for
Sosa.
real.
We're bringing in our man Anon the Dury. Bringing
Anon
it
is
back for Stafford Hype King. What is up?
What's going on, fellas? What's up, Sos? Long time no see, my guy.
Hey man, it's been like 3 weeks.
It's been like 3 weeks. I know he's gonna come in here talking all about the Niners and the Niners and the Niners. I'm so fucking tired of hearing about the Niners, bro. I'm so tired of this. You know what? We got my boy Jackpot Joe going early, but then it's Matthew Stafford time, baby. You know what it is?
Did you pack his jersey too?
I did.
It's underneath. He's going to be the guy in the stadium.
Straight up in the middle of the game, right? Got to do it. What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Hey man,
Great.
Deal.
we just glad to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? You would show up after winning 2 playoff games. Good to see you again.
Hey, they called us. Hey, Sos, they called us crazy for saying the Niners could go into Green Bay and win. They called us nuts.
That was easy money.
Money.
It's gonna be the same deal today, but I
You
want to
think
hear.
so?
I want to hear what your outlook is in regards to your squad today, man.
I think
we
it's
all
one of
want to
those
know.
things where the Niners are uniquely equipped to beat the Rams in a way that a lot of other teams aren't, right? Like, if you look at it from a talent perspective, I think the Rams are just a more talented team, but the Niners present such a problem just because they punch you in the mouth over and over and over again. If Matthew Stafford has one of those just kind of where the fuck did that come from, horrible game-changing interception, that game's over. But I think he plays clean. I think they can do it. I've got it 31-26 Rams. I do not feel good about the spread at all in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we talk all the time about how division games are weird and you want the points in that situation. So my lean, I would probably, if you're going to bet one side of the spread or the other, I'd probably take San Fran's side of it. But I think the Rams win. And I think the play in terms of, if you're throwing a dart at a touchdown score, obviously, about Cooper and that value's me jacked all the way to hell. But my guy, I think, is Van Jefferson. I think it's plus 270, somewhere in that range. I mean, now that they're starting to key in on Odell, and everybody's blowing up about all the crazy shit that he's been doing since he's been a Ram. But I mean, I think Van Jefferson finds a way. Jefferson and Higbee would be my 2 dart throws for anytime touchdown scores.
Spin Doc, what are you liking in this one? Or no, we gotta go to Sosa. It's the head-to-head.
No.
He actually has
This
to
is
talk
Sosa's
this
time.
segment.
This is Sosa's time. My team didn't make it to this game. Go ahead.
I like to hear perspective. That's all. Like I like that. I love it.
Hey, I told you earlier. Rams alternate money line minus 21.5. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, honestly, I do think the Rams. I do think the Niners cover this. This is a field goal game. This is probably a 1 or 2 point game. As far as who wins, like, man, I got to be Switzerland on this one. If you gave me a free play, I honestly probably would take the Rams. If you gave me an even money line, but I do, again, the Niners cover this one. this is going to be a 3-2 or 1 point game. I don't see either team winning in a blowout here. I just want to hear what Sosa has to say.
I do too, man.
We about to cook these fools. I'm not worried at all. Like Trent Williams, as long as Trent Williams is suiting up, I'm happy. Not worried whatsoever at all. Like
He'll be there.
We own this team. I'm not going in there overconfident or anything like that. You know, the game is the game. You have to beat who's in front of you. I am a believer in you make your opponent feel you instill your will on the game. That's what we do. We own the line of scrimmage. I just don't think this team is physical enough. I don't think any team is to really match up with what we want to do. And we're going to do it over and over and over and over to you. Like that's like Anand said, we punch you in the mouth and continuously punch you in the mouth. And we make you fall. Whether it's we get to the quarterback or we just run it 8 straight times down 17 to get in the end zone. And it's like that's what the difference is. Like you up 14 points to start the half, and then you're thinking, they just get out of character, start throwing the ball for no reason. Nah, just keep running it and run it straight at them. By the end of the third quarter, the game was tied, and the only reason they even had points on the board is because we gave turnovers. Jimmy G even has some semblance of a clean game. This will not be close. Those are my honest sentiments and how I feel, not as a fan, but as someone who handicaps sports. If Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't turn the ball over twice today, we will win this game by a touchdown or more. That's the biggest wild card in this game. If he don't turn the ball over, we will beat the brakes off this team physically because we will make them feel it and they will quit, just like they always do.
It's your classic matchup of finesse and power, right? I mean, the Niners won the ball against anybody at will. And I think the Rams' path to winning this game is forcing Jimmy to do Jimmy things. And if Kyle makes it to another Super Bowl with human self-destruct button Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm deleting Twitter.
Human self-destruct.
What do I say?
Like that.
Right? Like, what can you say about that, man?
Wow.
I think we're going to get 2 all-time games this weekend. I'm really excited.
That was last week, bro.
This
This gonna be regular scheduled programming.
Last week
it ain't gonna be like last week. Gonna be
before we get into the official plays and nod, are you worried that if today doesn't go your way, is there the doomsday scenario in the back of your head, or are you still cool regardless?
No, we're pulling regardless. We're good. There's no I think realistically speaking, there is an element of this team's beaten us 6 straight times. Like, what is it going to take to get over that hump? It's kind of, it gives me, and obviously as a Buckeye, it pains me to say this, but it gives me this year's Ohio State, Michigan vibes where we're just like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm done. I'm done hearing about it. I'm done talking about it, blah, 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 blah. Because I mean, they have to hear all the time from their coaches, from people on the street, from everybody. They've beaten you the last 6 times that they play, and that's your division rival, right? That's who you draft against.
Well, it's not a rivalry if you lose all the time.
That's fair too, right? Make it a rivalry again. Like, I want to talk shit to Sosa, but what do I have to say, right?
You gotta win, right? You gotta win.
Yeah, you gotta win. If they win, I'm gonna be insufferable, and if they don't, oh boy.
Will it be a home game too, or is it going to be split 50-50?
They're saying so based on people that I've talked to. It's probably a 60-40 split, which is nuts, given that you're in a home NFC championship game. That's crazy.
Silent count for the whole team.
Yeah, it's wild. That's wild.
Jesus. Good luck.
I think we see Trey Lance. I do.
For what?
Goal line package.
We're going to be beating the shit out of you.
Goal
you know what?
line
You're probably right.
Because they're up by so much.
Right. I can't wait. That's clairvoyance. You're right. I believe you.
Sprinkle a little something on that Trey Lance anytime TD. See what happens.
Hey, when we're up 4 touchdowns and he's in the game, yes, absolutely.
So
Chuck, what are you liking
we about
here?
making money too, baby.
Nah, I respect that though. Listen, I think it'll be a good game, but I personally think that if you can overcome multiple turnovers from your starting quarterback and still win, that shows how great your football team really is.
True.
I don't think y'all can survive something like that. We can. So unless Matthew Stafford better be perfect, and I mean for 4 quarters,
Yeah.
or his ass.
He's been perfect so far, man. Hard to argue. I mean, we saw what he did at the end of the last Niners game, but other than that, I mean, this postseason, he's been nothing short of spectacular. They tried every which way to fuck my guy over last weekend, and somehow, impossibly, he pulled that game out.
Shout out to Todd Bowles being a fucking bozo.
I still can't believe
want to cover fucking zero and covering the best receiver for the Rams.
Come on. We don't have to
for the
rehash
Rams.
this.
The best
We don't have
receiver
to
for the
rehash
Rams.
That was last week. Game's over.
It's been like I ain't trying to hear
No,
nothing.
For the Rams. Leaving him against a safety.
Deflect.
I
Chuck,
almost
what are you
said
liking in
it. I
this
almost
one?
said it.
We'll wrap up our best plays for the game here, and I think that's how we'll wrap up today's show. So, Chuck, you can lead it off. What are you liking in this game, if anything?
All right, so I do like Odell Beckham Jr. receiving yards in this game over. I don't know what it is right now. When I saw it, it was like at 53, so I don't know if that changed or not. So I like the over on that. That's still
54.5, Chuck. 54.5.
Oh, damn, they juiced that mug up a little bit. You know what? I still kind of like it because, like, I feel like the Niners going to treat Cooper Kupp like how they did Devontae Adams last week. Have 2 guys, safety over the top and whatnot. So I think Odell's going to have a decent game. Elijah Mitchell, anytime touchdown. I don't know what that is, but I think he gets in the end zone today.
That's plus 110. That's one of mine, too. So we're on the same page.
Okay, so yeah. And that's the only 2 props I got for this game. It's going to be a low-scoring, slow-paced slugfest. And I think it's gonna come down to Matt Gay or Robbie Gold, and I'm gonna ride with Robbie Gold, man. Gold's been money in the playoffs, so yeah. Niners Super Bowl 54 rematch. I'm gonna be pointing at that sign to Sosa.
Yeah, listen. This is all I got. I like Ayuk over 55. I think he has a good game. One thing about Kyle is he does a great job of incorporating players that you don't game plan for first. Because at the end of the day, teams game plan for your stars, the guys who you're going to try to take out of the game immediately, and that's going to be Kittle and it's going to be Debo. Right? All I'm going to say is this. Y'all might have seen this on the internet. 2 years ago around this time was a really weird time. The only way for the world to go back to being the regular world that we live in, the Niners got to play the Kansas City fucking Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. That's the only way around it. It's the only way around it. So I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit that you're hearing or you're saying. I was wearing this same hoodie actually on that day of that Super Bowl. And 2 days later, they had COVID restrictions everywhere in the world. The only way for the world to go back to being normal again is for these 2 teams to play in the Super Bowl. That's it. And, we're just a better football team. I like us to win money line plus 152. And I like George Kittle to have 60-plus yards today. Everybody's been talking about how he's a lead blocker, he's a good left tackle, all that other bullshit. I'm not trying to hear that. Today is a George
Uber
Kittle
driver
day.
said Niners are a lock too, so you got a lot of people riding with you.
Smart man. That's a smart. You see, he delivered you to exactly where you wanted to go on time. Makes sense. He knows what he's talking about.
I was about to say, Nod, you gave out your best plays. Is there anything else you want to do, or you want to bounce out of here?
That's it, man.
Best of luck, my brother. I hope. Best of luck.
We appreciate you tapping in with us. Make
I'm
sure to
about to
give our
walk
man
into
and
this
Nod and
Bengals bar, so
Duri a
hopefully they get
follow
that
on
done
Twitter.
soon.
Hope y'all can keep it close.
I'm gonna see you.
All right, Spin. What are your official plays? And then I'll
Yeah,
give out
all right, for
mine,
this
and that's
one-
how we'll wrap it out.
Yeah, for this one, Cam Akers, longest rush under 13.5 yards. And then the other one for longest, I do like Odell Beckham, longest reception over 21.5. I'm also on the Elijah Mitchell touchdown train. And then the other one that I like is just because of the value, that I think it brings is Van Jefferson, anytime touchdown at plus 280. Those are the only ones I got for this game right now. I would also, I've been doing it all playoffs and it's been profitable. I would also parlay both quarterbacks to throw an interception.
What's that number sitting at? Because I think it would be around rough math plus 230-ish, if not a little bit better.
Plus 224. So you're
wow.
Look at
Rough
that.
math off my head. I went minus 125 and minus 158, and that's how I got there.
Yep, you are correct.
All right. Only play I'm rocking with in this one. Not confident to go full game, so that's why I'm going to stick to a first half play. I think it sets up kind of like how we said, doesn't matter what happened earlier this month, but I'm going Rams first half minus 2.5. Going to keep it nice and simple there. Don't want to sweat the full game ticket. So we had Dumb Brain Picks, our man Sam Murphy from Paid for Play and from Sunday Morning Quarterbacks. He tuned in with us first. We had Chuck rock with us the whole show. Then we had our man Anad jump in to rock his Rams. He was here a few episodes earlier, so we're glad he could tap in for the NFC ship. And then, as usual, me, Spin, and Sosa holding you down. One more episode for the Super Bowl. Maybe we'll have to do something else. Who the hell knows? We got too good of a cast and analysts throughout the whole season, ranging from the Lions, Seahawks. We had almost every team next season. We got to try to figure out how to make this better and bigger. But that's Sunday Morning Quarterbacks, NFC Conference Championship. Give us a like and retweet on Twitter. Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. And make sure to check out Kingdom Cast with Chuck as well post-game today. Until later, deuces.